Hi, everybody, and welcome back from spring break. I hope you enjoyed the week off. Um, we're moving right into our week 10 material, which is basically chapter 12. So you'll have to read chapter 12 this week, and then make sure the homework's done by this Wednesday night. So let's talk a little bit. Well, first off, before we do that, this being about the midpoint in class, I actually put out an announcement you probably saw. I snuck it in last week, admittedly, but I set up a similar to what I had done at the beginning of class, where I set up one-on-one sessions to talk about class and that type of thing. I also do these at midterm, and midterm being a little more maybe more practical from the standpoint of there's things that we can discuss in terms of where your grades are at. Maybe talk about what's going on in the last half of class. Talk about things that you can do to improve your grades. Any number of different things that we could discuss in that particular meeting. So it's a good checkpoint in the middle of a class like this, and allows us to kind of touch base and kind of come up with a plan and say, here's how we're going to finish strong. So to sign up for that, there's a link there to sign up for the one-on-one sign-up sheet. Make sure you're logged into your Oakton Google account. That's where you're going to get into that particular, it's a Google Sheets product. But anyway, you can go in there and just sign up for a time in there. And please write it down and make sure that you show up. My time's very valuable. I have other classes I teach, so I really ask that you respect that and make sure you show up at the time that you sign up for. Okay, so that's our way for us to kind of make that happen. So read through that announcement, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon on that. Okay, so let's go and take a look at what Chapter 12 is about. Chapter 12 is the capital budgeting decision. And it's a little bit of a culmination of the things we had been talking about before the break here. And it's a very important part of what happens in financing. So, in finance, I should say. So, we'll talk about, you want to be able to talk about how the capital budgeting decisions represent a long-term investment decision. Again, when we first started class, we were talking about short-term types of financial decisions. These are long-term ones. Recognize that cash flow rather than earnings are used in the capital budgeting decision. It makes sense when you take a look at it and start doing some of the problems that cash flow is the basis for it. Understand that you need to be able to understand that the payback method considers the importance of liquidity, but fails to consider the time value of money. So there's various methods out there, and they're widely used. So don't think that just because we disparage them to a degree in the coursework doesn't mean that they aren't used. They're used quite frequently. So you have to know what's involved, but you also have to understand what their limitations are. Recall that net present value and internal rate of return are generally preferred methods of capital budgeting analysis, and I can say most companies there's some sort of a variation on one of those approaches to actually make those types of decisions. And as you can appreciate, that those decisions are made relative to other decisions that they could potentially make to decide which ones are the most advantageous to the organization. And then you need to be able to recall that or recognize that the discount or cutoff rate is normally the cost of capital, and that's an important thing to take into account as you're doing some of these calculations. We're getting into a little more complex formulas, so this is where a financial calculator, or preferably even working within Excel, will really help you do the homework and help you get to the right answer a lot more efficiently. So anyway, please, if you have any questions about any of those types of things, don't hesitate to let me know. And anything that's confusing to you, don't hesitate to reach out. Good luck, and we'll talk to you next week.